You, if there was any other question, you want me over to the diamond chocolate.
I have all your answers. I will be answering your own.
No, Tom, this is the first time anybody's given me anything in my act. 15 years.
Is that right? We're open. All right, so, all right, call to order the May 9th, 2024 meeting of the Board of Trustees. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Thank you. All right. Mayor's introduction. I'm just going to apologize that we started the meeting half hour late and we're a few minutes late from the 8 o'clock projected start. And that is because I have the distinct honor of speaking for a brief moment at the Nyack NAACP Freedom Fund dinner, their 64th annual dinner, which was today up in Suffern. And they asked me as the mayor of Nyack, it's the Nyack NAACP, to say a few words at the beginning. I was very honored and grateful to have that opportunity. And thank you for that. We will not have the presence of trustee Pascal Jean-Gilles because she has obligations up there. So we will miss her tonight, but it was a lovely event and a number of very worthy individuals being honored, including Nyack's own Dr. Frances E. Pratt, who's being honored. And the only thing that's surprising is that she's never been honored before by the NAA at the Freedom Fund dinner. And you would think that would happen. That it happened at least a couple of times already, and maybe it has. Maybe they bring it back every 5 years for a renewal. And it's her birthday today.
She's not 90 years old.
She's 90 years old today.
90 years old.
All right, can we make sure when we adjourn with a celebratory moment for Dr. Frances Pratt, who was not tonight wearing a hat.
I know.
Oh, wow, that's.
She did not wear a hat, which is weird. And she said there was a reason she wasn't wearing a hat, but I didn't get to stay to see it. I was sorely tempted to skip the meeting and stay just so I could find out why Frances Pratt was not wearing her trademark hat. All right, do we have a presentation or no?
That's a kind of big error, sorry about that.
That's an error. Okay, so we don't have the presentation from Nyack Oops. We'll have that hopefully next time. All right, so let's go right to the public hearings. Oh, no, we can't. We have 8 o'clock, right? Oh, no, it is 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. Yeah, you're right. I'm forgetting we actually started, so we can actually.
It's past 8.
It's past 8. It's actually past 8.
Give me the jab.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But you don't have to start with the.
Well, yeah, let's get through the action items, then we'll come back to the public hearing, so we get a little warmed up. Let's get to, for the, we're gonna do public comment within the context of the action items for 3 minutes, and then we will have an opportunity for open public comment later. So action items, adoption of minutes. Can I get a motion to adopt the minutes from April 25th?
So moved.
I haven't seen the minutes.
Okay.
You said it right?
Do you want to hold off on adopting it for until next week?
Yeah, because I don't.
Okay, we'll hold off till next time, till Joe has a chance to review them.
Okay.
Action items, resolution 24-71, accepting the audited voucher survey. Can I get it on the table?
So moved.
Donna, second. Any comment or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 23-72, resolution of the Nyack Village Board approving the contract with the Nyack Center to provide Camp Nyack. Can I get this on the table?
Second.
All right, we did have an RFP for this, and did anybody else bid besides the Nyack Center? Yeah, every year the Nyack Center does this. They do a wonderful job with it, so we're delighted to be dealing with them again. And as we discussed at the last meeting, the Camp Nyack has now been extended to 7 weeks from 6 weeks. So an extra week of camp for the campers. It's one of the best things we do, so I'm glad that we could extend it. That was at the request specifically of trustee Jean-Gilles. I'm sorry she's not here for us to be able to thank you for the suggestion that she made to us. All right, any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Resolution 24-73, amending the bond resolution adopted on August 25th, 2022 relating to the construction of improvements to the village water system. Can I get this on the table?
Second.
Joe is the second. Andy, can we get the flavor of this?
The short explanation is that the original cost estimates were low.
Sorry, you have to speak a little bit louder. It's writing.
The original cost estimates were low, a little bit lower than the current expectation. And so our bond council provided us an amendment, the original bond resolution, to equal a better estimate of the total cost of the project.
Is this for in the village? We're not talking about, I don't think there was.
This is our water treatment plant and
This is for the water treatment.
yes,
That treats the water for the bridge.
And this, is this for the PFAS?
Yes.
Carbon filtration?
So we have to amend the bond because we need more money.
right.
Got to clean up the water. Does that have anything to do with the fact that the new federal, doesn't have to do with the new federal guidelines? It's still the same
No.
goal to.
I don't know, they keep making it the lowering the bar.
Keep lowering the bar, yeah.
That's probably adding costs to the project. I'm not sure about.
I'm not sure if this is related to that or whether we're gonna have
This is
another
not-
round.
This is not due to those regulatory
Okay,
changes. It's-
Okay, all right, any questions?
I have a couple
Sure.
of questions, sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
So the cost of the interest, is that being borne by the water department?
Yes,
So it's not something that the village has to budget for?
no, it's a water fund,
For water, so they pay it out of their.
right?
Okay, inside the resolution, you talk about a permissive referendum.
Right.
Do we have to do that?
It's permissive, so if within a certain window of time, if the residents wanted to force a referendum, there would be a process for doing that. It's permissive, it's not a mandatory referendum.
Right, I understand. I said, is there notice given so that residents can know that they have the ability?
Yes, I mean, the bond is posted publicly, and after your vote tonight, a notice will be sent to the newspaper advising the public of the vote and the fact that they can.
And posted in 6 public places.
Okay. Okay.
And each polling place in the village, which we don't have.
I'm not sure,
Mainly,
mainly the local newspaper, the
It's
website.
never happened before?
has
The
anyone,
village has, has anybody ever forced a referendum on a bond?
Right.
I have no idea. I haven't seen it.
I have not, not never.
And we're doing this because,
We have
Because,
a mandate to reduce the PFAS in the water.
no, I'm not talking about that, about the offering a permissive referendum.
it's a
It's subject to,
requirement.
it's a requirement of the law.
It's a requirement of the law. State law? Or village law?
I'm not the, I don't know this.
Here it is. It's subject of some law that we have to allow for. No, it's fine.
I'm guessing it's federal percolating through the state. Perhaps the county helping, federal, state, county.
It makes sense. Any bond resolution which requires borrowing power, there's probably an amount, a minimal amount that you would trigger the right for a
You
referendum.
know, it's Bob was.
Bob knows. What is it? Bob, save us here.
I just said that it was a federal.
It's federal, okay.
Federal.
I'm just curious how all this stuff, is on record.
It's good you asked that. Anything else? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Resolution, item number 7.4, it's resolution 24-74. Approving the renewal of a service agreement with Montefiore Nyack Hospital for the Village Employee Assistance Program. Can I get on the table?
Motion.
Second.
All right, quick explanation.
All municipalities offer this service to their employees. It's a free service where if somebody's encountering stress or distress, either at work or with their families, they can get a therapeutic kind of resource through the EAP. Employees can also be referred to the EAP as a mandatory, the Employee Assistance Program. They could also, as part of a sort of a workplace performance management strategy, you can also refer an employee if they look like they have a drug problem or alcoholism, or for some reason their performance is substandard and it might have to do with their own personal life in some way, a referral can be made. It's a support for our staff. Pretty much every municipality has this.
Did that at the library and everything.
Can elected officials take advantage?
Sure, you can use it, absolutely. Yeah, it's encouraging. They have a lot of very useful resources there. They do stress management. Major events in life, financial planning.
All right, any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Unanimously, resolution 24-75, approving the closure of Summit Street for a block party on May 27, 2024. Can I get on the table? All right, we got it. Any comments or questions?
We've done this before.
For this street, we've done it for this street?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well, I hope they have a good time. Anybody, any comments or questions? All in favor? All opposed? I will make reference to the fact that I've heard rumors that there will be a block party on Hart Place where I live that I have nothing to do with, but I just saw something on Facebook about it, and I'm just letting you know that I have nothing to do with it, and I think they're gonna be putting up a sawhorse on the street, so I'm gonna reach out to them and say to get in touch with you to at least make sure it's done in an orderly way.
Because they've done.
I'll make sure I get it on the record. Yes, Hart Place is a real, we are a bad actor when it comes to
Party
the,
street.
we're outlaws on that, in that situation. All right, can we also, resolution 24-76, approving closure of River Space Lot for the Classic Car Show, Thursday, July 11th, after the farmer's market. Can I get on the table?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Delighted that we can host this year. This is usually done by the chamber. They didn't want to do it this year, but this is Mark's passion. He loves it. Mark's a wonderful member of the community. We're lucky to have him working on all these events, so I'm glad we can put this together. Any comments or questions? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Let us open up our public sessions, public hearings. All right, help me out here. These are all three new? There's none of them been open that we have, they're remaining open. These are all have to be opened.
Yeah.
All right, so we open up one at a time and we talk about
Yes,
them.
one at a time.
All right, one at a time. All right. Public hearing 4.1, item 4.1, the land use board member attendance requirement. Can I get a motion?
Second.
All right, all in favor? All right, we've opened up the public hearing on board member attendance requirement. Andy, give us just for us in the audience, what's the basic?
Short and sweet, surprisingly, the village code does not allow for the removal of a member of the land use board for failing to attend meetings. And from time to time, unfortunately, folks, usually when people realize they can't really fulfill the requirements, they voluntarily resign, but not always. And so with our planner and building department and others, we really want to make sure we also have a quorum at these meetings so that important projects can be reviewed and the boards can do their work. Most places do have a law enabling the village board of trustees to revoke the appointment that you make to these boards based on attendance.
It's 3 meetings in 12 months, right?
Within any 12-month
Any
period.
12-month period. Missing 3 meetings.
So that might.
It's not automatic.
So it's not January through December.
Yeah,
31.
yeah.
So let's say you meet
Miss a meeting.
in March. Clock starts at that
Okay.
missed meeting. If within the next 12 months, you miss 2 more meetings, bam,
No,
you're not necessarily out.
Now, just to let it.
it empowers the village
I
board.
just
to-
said, go ahead and.
So make sure they understand it's not.
You tackled me and it said, it's discretionary by the mayor. It empowers the mayor to,
Yeah, the mayor can,
remove the member for non-compliance.
but then any reappointment would be subject to the board, right? The board has approval of new board members being appointed. Yeah,
I just want to mention that, this actually came out of, the chair of the planning board, Gene suggested that, we put this into the plan.
The Rockland County plan.
it makes sense, and it makes sense to make it. It makes sense to have the discretion to do that. I mean, if somebody misses because they're ill or because there's some reason, then, you don't have to, it's not mandatory, but it's something that, after 2 meetings, we'll probably try to put people on notice, like, hey, you gotta make the meetings if you can't, let's do something about it. All right, any, more comments about this? Any public comments about it? Anything else from the board? All right, so what would be the process from here? We're not voting on this day, we're voting at the next meeting,
You would ask for a resolution for adoption, if that's what you want to see.
for next time.
Right.
Any objection for a resolution to adopt at the next meeting? All right, I don't need to vote, we need to vote to close the public hearing, all right? Do you need to vote?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should do. Before you do that, I have highlighted land use technical committee because I'm never sure if they opined on this. Bob,
They did.
they did? All right, so I'll remove the yellow highlighted. That's all.
All right, so, let's get a resolution to adopt the legislation as drafted, at our next meeting.
Somebody do it.
We need to vote on that? All right, all in favor of putting the resolution together?
Aye.
That
You're closing the public hearing.
resolution passes, and now a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, so that's closed. The next public hearing is the land use board review sequence. We've not had this on not had a public hearing on this before. All right, so can I get a motion to open the public hearing?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're now in the public hearing. You want to give the short and sweet of what this is all about?
The short and sweet is, the current village code requires that every application go to the ARB first before the planning board. There are many circumstances where a planner would recommend that applications go to the planning board first, to the larger site-related questions to be reviewed before you get into the more the details of architectural code, aesthetics and so on. And in some cases, having it go to the ARB first really does result in confusion for the applicant.
And essentially, it's because the planning board, if it's a multi-decision, step process, the planning board's going to be your lead agency.
Sorry, speak a little louder.
The planning board is going to be your lead agency for the CEQA process, so, they could do a coordinated review or whatever. This actually came up in 2007. There was a report done by the Board of Trustees. It was done by Bob Jenisoff, who's your planner at that point, and he made that same recommendation. Nothing happened.